Welcome again to Share and Tell. Remember, last time I shared about few monuments around the world. Now I am going to share a lot more about it. So, let's continue our excitement to dive into it. First, let's see about Big Ben Tower. The Big Ben Tower, officially known as Elizabeth Tower, is one of London's most iconic landmarks. It is part of the Palace of Westminster, where the UK Parliament meets. Big Ben is the nickname for the Great Bell inside the tower, not the tower itself. The tower was renamed Elizabeth Tower in 2012 to honor Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee. Previously, it was simply known as the Clock Tower. It stands 96 meters (316 feet) tall and was completed in 1859. The tower is designed in the Gothic Revival style by architects Charles Barry and Augustus Pugin. The clock is one of the largest and most accurate four-phase chiming clocks in the world. Each clock face is 7 meters (23 feet) in diameter. The minute hands are 4.2 meters (14 feet) long, and the numerals on the clock face are 60 centimeters (2 feet) high. The bell weighs 13.7 tons and chimes every hour. It is accompanied by 4 smaller quarter bells that chime every 15 minutes. The quarters consist of 5 changes, combinations of the 4 pitches provided by these quarter bells, G-sharp 4, F-sharp 4, E4, B3, in the key E major. This generates 5 unique changes. Each of the 5 changes is played as 3 crotchets, quarter note, and a minim, half note. The sound of Big Ben's chimes is world famous and has been broadcast as a time signal by the BBC for decades. And the next monument is about Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower, one of the most iconic landmarks in the world, is located in Paris, France. It was designed by engineer Gustave Eiffel and completed in 1889. It was made of wrought iron. It consists of 18,038 iron parts joined by over 2.5 million rivets, demonstrating the potential of modern engineering. Originally 300 meters (984 feet), with antennas added later, it now stands at about 330 meters (1,083 feet). It has 3 public levels. The first and second levels have restaurants and observation decks. The third level, at the top, offers panoramic views of Paris. The Eiffel Tower's sparkling lights and illuminations, added in the late 20th century, have made it an even more enchanting sight, particularly at night. Now, let's see about Red Square. The Red Square is one of the most iconic landmarks in Russia, located in the heart of Moscow and designated as UNESCO World Heritage Sites for their cultural and historical importance. Red Square is derived from the Russian word Krasnaya, which once meant beautiful but now means red. Its main features are St. Basil's Cathedral, a stunning, colorful Orthodox church built in the 16th century by Ivan the Terrible and known for its unique, onion-shaped domes. Kremlin walls and towers. The Kremlin, adjacent to the square, is a fortified complex housing the official residence of the President of Russia and several historic buildings. Lenin's Mausoleum, the resting place of Vladimir Lenin, the founder of the Soviet Union. His embalmed body has been on display since 1924. GUM Department Store, a luxurious shopping mall that contrasts with the historical significance of the square. State Historical Museum. Located at the northern end, it showcases Russian history and architecture. Over the centuries, Red Square has been the site of important events, including coronations, military parades, and public gatherings. Next, I am going to share about Pyramid. The pyramids in Egypt are iconic ancient structures primarily built as monumental tombs for pharaohs and their consorts during the Old and Middle Kingdom periods. The most famous ones are located in Giza, near Cairo, and are considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The pyramids align with celestial bodies and the use of massive limestone and granite blocks showcasing the ancient Egyptians' advanced knowledge of astronomy. They were constructed using an elaborate system of ramps, levers, and manpower, employing tens of thousands of workers over a decade. The interiors contain intricate passageways, burial chambers, and sometimes treasure chambers, although most were looted in antiquity. The pyramids of Egypt are famous for several reasons, rooted in their historical, cultural, and architectural significance. The The pyramids reflect the ancient Egyptians' beliefs in the afterlife. They were designed to help the deceased ascend to the afterlife and protect their remains. Now, let's dive into Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza is one of the most famous archaeological sites in Mexico, located in the Yucatan Peninsula. It was a major city of the Maya civilization and is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of the world. It reflects a mix of Maya and Toltec influences, evident in its architecture and art. It was an important economic, political, and religious hub for the region. Key features of Chichen Itza. El Castillo, Temple of Kukulkan, a massive step pyramid that dominates the site with astronomical precision. During the equinoxes, a shadow creates the illusion of a serpent slithering down the staircase. The pyramid has 365 steps, one for each day of the year. The Great Ball Court, the largest and most well-preserved ball court in Mesoamerica. The Maya played a ceremonial ball game here, potentially with significant ritualistic and symbolic importance. Cenote Sagrado, Sacred Cenote, a natural sinkhole used for religious purposes, including offerings and sacrifices. Archaeologists have discovered gold, jade, and human remains in its depth. The Temple of the Warriors, a large structure surrounded by rows of carved columns representing warriors, highlights the martial culture and religious practices of the Maya. And the last one we're going to see is about Sydney Opera House. The Sydney Opera House is an iconic performing arts centre located on Sydney Harbour in New South Wales, Australia, and was designed by Danish architect Jorn Utzon. It was opened to the public on October 20th, 1973. The building's design features a series of white, sail-like shells set atop a massive podium, which make it appear as though it's floating on the harbour and designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2007. It hosts various performances, including opera, theatre, music, and dance. It also contains multiple venues such as the Concert Hall, Joan Sutherland Theatre, Drama Theatre, and Playhouse. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.